In today's video, we're looking at the COUNTIF function. So I'm going to create a table and we're going to label here colors. And here I'm going to write red, blue, red, green. And these are the colors for cars, okay? Purple, red. All right, now we're going to need amount of cars that has the color. So we're going to put here 12, 6, 11. I'm going to leave a space. Okay, I'm going to fill out here 22, 6, 9. All right. Now, what we're going to do now, we're going to use the COUNTIF function to count how many number 6 is in the column with the label amount. All right. Now, the COUNTIF has the parameters or the arguments in bracket here. And the first parameter is range. Recall from our previous video that the range is a collection of cells that are normally close together. So in the COUNTIF function, what we'll do, we'll use the criteria, which is the second parameter, to look through the selected range to see if the criteria is within those groups of cells. Next parameter or argument is the criteria, and this is a given value that we are looking for, right? So let us use the COUNTIF function now. To use a function or a formula, you have to type an equal sign first, all right? Then we're going to type count if, open bracket, and the range, which is the first parameter, would be this cell C2. So we're going to type C2 colon C7. C7. Comma, you need a comma to separate the range, and the criteria that I'm looking for in this column labeled amount is 6. Close bracket. And what do you think the Excel software is going to return? 2. All right. So we can label here and say, just for a label, we can say let me insert a row. So right click, insert, and here now we'll write let's say number or count. Let's put count here. So if we're in a parking lot, we could count 2 cars or 2 numbers. All right. Now let me change the 11 to 22, and guess what you'll see? What was the criteria again? 6, right? So we won't see the number increase, but if it changes to 6, you'll get 3. Okay. All right. So good job. And if you click on the cell that has the COUNTIF function, which is D8, in the formula bar right here, you'll see COUNTIF, open bracket, D2, which is this cell, and it goes to, the range goes to colon D9, comma, and the criteria that we're looking for was 6 in today's video. All right. All right. So I'm going to do another count over here. COUNTIF. This would be the label here. And then here now, equal. Let's just put count here, and then in here now we're going to use the count list. So equal count if, open bracket, the range would be from B2 to B7, comma, and then the criteria that we're looking for today is red. So I have to put red in quotation marks, right? RED, close bracket. And what value you think I should get for the count of the colors? Enter. 3. All right, so if I change the red here to blue, I should get 2. Enter. All right, so I showed you how to count, do a count if given the numbers, and I showed you how to do a count if given words, right? It's the same procedure if you have letters there, okay? Um, you know that if I put a number here, it wouldn't affect it, right? Because 2 is not the criteria, okay? All right, so the COUNTIF, just to recap, is a function, and a function in Excel is a predefined formula that performs common calculations such as sum. All right, but in today's video, we looked at the COUNTIF. So again, the COUNTIF function, you need the range, which is a group of cells that you will looking for the criteria in the range, comma, the criteria. So if you're looking for a number, the number 6, for example, you would type 6. And if you're looking for a letter or a word, you have to put it in quotation marks as shown in our example. There it is. So if I was to change here to blue, enter, right? I'm going to show you another way that you can use the COUNTIF function, and this way would be a better way. So let us label this now count if. This is a label, and here we're going to write criteria, and here we're going to type the value 6. So here now I'm going to write equal count if, open bracket, it's asking us for the range. So the range we're looking up along this column with the title amount. So our range would be D2 colon D8 comma, then it's asking for the criteria. So the criteria would be this cell D11 close bracket, enter. So we have 3 6s. I'm going to change it and look for a 9. So I'm going to change this to 9. Enter and get 1, right? So this is a better way to use a COUNTIF function, because if the previous way, what you'd have to do is change the 6 here, go in the function and change it to a 9. So this way is a better way. We have the criteria outside of the function and we can type and it will change automatically. So if I come back here, I have to click on it and change the value to 6 in the function, press enter. All right, I'm going to do it over here for you. So I'm going to write criteria, and here now it would be red, and here now I'm going to write my count if as a label, and here now I'm going to write the actual formula in B10. So equal count if, open bracket, the range would be B2 colon B7. Yes, B7. We have the range, we need the criteria. So for the criteria, we're going to use B11, which is the criteria which we typed in the B11 cell. So we press enter, and here it is. We have 2 reds, 2 red. I'm going to change this to blue and see what happened there. Blue. Enter, we have 1 blue. Now in the previous step, what we'd have to do is come in here and change this red to blue, enter, and you get 1, right? But it's much more easier if you come here and just change this to green, enter. We have 1. Let's change it back to red and see how many reds we have. We have 2. So good job if you followed along. In today's video, we looked at the COUNTIF function. And the COUNTIF function, there are 2 ways to write it, and this method is a more efficient way, is a more easier way to enter the criteria, and you're able to change it easier than having to adjust it in the function as shown here. Right, so the COUNTIF function will need a range and the criteria. So this brings us to the end of today's video. Please take care until we meet again. Bye.
Thanks for watching the video, and don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, like, comment, and share.